You got it, yeah.
Okay, the streams are up, which is good.
Ghosts.
Can we do this in Finnish tonight?
Oh, there's an idea.
Yeah.
Sure.
That'd be fun.
You won't get many questions from me, though.
Yeah.
You can answer them in Finnish.
Yeah. I don't think it would be very reasonable for the international audience. Only 5 million people in the whole world speak this language of ours.
It's a bit of a crazy language.
Yes, it is a crazy language. We love it. We can talk shit about anyone.
That's right.
When we're abroad.
Okay, let's get this going here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Hey guys, everyone's doing out there?
Hi.
Hey.
All
Evening,
right.
folks.
Yeah, doing okay. Doing okay. I'm doing fine. It's not hot anymore, so I don't know. It was really hot. Like, did we have summer and I missed it here in the UK? Because it felt like it was hot for like a week, and then it
No, it's
went
been
back
super
to.
hot up here.
It is really, really hot here in Helsinki, Finland.
It's been like we had our down jackets on yesterday. It was so cold here the first day of summer. Yeah, I'm confused. I don't even know because of the lockdown. I lost all track of time and space, and even know what day it is anymore. Other than that, I'm good. You guys okay out there?
Yeah, we're good.
Pretty good.
Well, I'm good.
Cool. We're very excited tonight because in addition to our musical guests, Pihka is my name and Chris Dover. We'll see. Loz is having some technical issues, so we may or may not get her tonight. But let's see. We have a guest host, Mr. John Atkinson. Thank you, John, for joining us on the other side of the screen tonight.
Yeah, hell of a difference.
Is it different? You had to put clothes on. You couldn't just sit there in your underwear and type messages on your keypad.
Don't give away the secrets.
John's been a great guest. Actually, I'm kind of sad that I lost my best guest. But it's good to have him on as a host. So, and John also reached out to Chris. So it's a nice connection to be made there.
And John's definitely not wearing pants.
I'm a little worried that you know that, Chris, but we'll let that go for now.
Look at the smile on his face.
Yeah. Okay,
Anyway,
well, you guys.
Thanks for inviting me.
No, pleasure. Well, I shouldn't say that. We'll see how it goes first. So far, so good. Okay, let's get the show started. Play our catchy theme music. I'm not sure where we got that theme music from, but it's kind of cool. It kind of gets you going a little bit.
Yeah, pretty catchy.
Catchy. I don't know. I bought it somewhere. Hopefully, we bought it somewhere on the internet. One of my video editors did just steal it off of someone. I'm sure we must have bought it.
Stop drawing attention to it now.
Yeah. Stop digging the hole, John.
So what's new? So I have some news to share with you guys. So this is actually a little trippy because the green screen makes this little thing a little trippy. Oh no, it's okay now. We have our gig next a week from Sunday, all day event at the Dublin Castle, the legendary Dublin Castle, and we have 8 bands, not just 2 or 4 or 6. Oh, that looks kind of trippy there. 8 bands. That's cool. I kind of did that green screen thing.
I wish we could be there.
I know. I wish you guys could be there. It'd be cool. Yeah, so 8 great bands. We have, I'm going to forget all the names and I'm not looking at it. We have Albion. We have the Barking Poets, kind of a punk band. Logan Parker, who's one of our favorite local people here, and she's playing a lot, and she's going to bring her whole band, including a guy with a trumpet. That's going to be really cool. Max Bianco is coming down from Cambridge area. Going to bring the whole band. That's going to be Max Bianco and the Blue Hearts. That's going to be awesome. And then Lonesome Frets. We have the Mefs, and then 2 full bands, Tiffany Twisted and Shake the Geek. It is going to be an epic Sunday here in Camden. So, yeah, come on down if you can hear me. If you can hear me out there, come on down. And what else I want to share? We had a really good show on Friday over at the St. Pancras Old Church. I got a little picture here. I can see if I can show this. Let's see if you guys see that? Yeah. So there's Bird Eats Baby.
Wow.
It's really just a gorgeous. It's a gorgeous venue in the church there, and they came down. They came up from Brighton, where they're based. And Hannah played. I never saw this before. That she played the harp, and in the middle of the song, switched to the violin, and then switched back to the harp. The same song. That was pretty cool. They were great. They were really great. It was a really fun show. And actually, I have
rock and roll gigs.
Yeah, and she had an electric cello, even to outdo her own harp. She outdid her own harp and outdid her own violin by playing an electric cello, which was great. It was super cool.
With like distortion pedals, hopefully. Cello is really cool with distortion pedals.
Yeah, it was cool. And the track sheet, if you guys can ever travel to the UK, this would be a great place for a gig for you guys. The church is super cool. Actually, I want to play this one. I'll play a track from the previous show. This is our second show there. We did a show about a month ago. And this is a singer. Her name is Midori Jaeger. And she plays the cello, but an acoustic cello. And I'll play a little bit of this song. It's one of my favorite songs of hers. See if you guys like it. I'll give you a bit of a flavor of what the venue looks like when someone's actually playing. Let me just get to the right spot here. Check this out. This is Midori Jaeger at the St. Pancras Old Church.
With your face in knots, you press your cheek to mine. I've counted time I've heard. It's not your turn to indulge your fantasies on my time. You want to know me, but you won't let me shine. Don't take that space that I once gave and twist it to break it into no room left to breathe. Outside it's getting light. Your face turns my stomach tight. I don't want to know you if you won't let me shine. Don't take my heart that I once gave and twist it to break it and bring it out until it drips out all the blood inside. Going, I won't follow. You suck me dry. This night is young, brims will light. Oh, but you're really getting old. You crowd me more than the thickest part of town. Why do you choose me? I'm not what you think me to be. Please turn around and leave me in the sea of strangers.
I could play that whole track. It was epic performance. Epic performance.
Yeah, that sounds sick.
Yeah. I got to say it was amazing because no one had been out like at all. It's like the first time one of us had been to a gig, and I don't even remember when. So just watching someone play live was already like the greatest thing anyone had seen in such a long time. But she hypnotized the entire audience. It was incredible. It was full at that moment, or full as much as full. We had it at about 65 people was the audience, and she transfixed everybody. No one even moved while she played those songs. And then when she finished, everyone was so surprised at what they had heard because no one expected that. Even as much as I tried to describe her music to people, no one expected anything to sound like that. And then everyone just burst into applause. It was crazy. It was crazy. Really, really fantastic performance in an amazing space. And I'm sure you guys would be really cool there. We get like some cool lights and stuff. Well, I want a projection map. Throw a projection map on the stage, and we can like make the candles float around.
No one do video effects along the way.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, and so we're doing also at the gigs, which is kind of fun. Is we're getting nice multi-track recordings out of it, and we're video them. So, you know, I think, I mean, it's just tough time for artists. So my feeling is, okay, you know, we can do these small shows, which are really great because they're fantastic experiences. But by definition, a small show, a lot of people can't see it. So at least if we can film it and get a nice audio, it's then an asset for the artist, for you guys to use in your promotions. And, you know, I think they're kind of special. So plus, I always love live recordings. I think live recordings have some special magic to them. Yeah, so that was that. And then I just wanted to remind everyone to check out our stuff on Instagram. And we actually have a lot of stuff on Instagram now, so we're making some. Actually, did I just cut us off? Hang on a second. I think I probably. There we go. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff on Instagram now, so you can see all the promos for the live stream and for the shows. We also have the website, so we're promoting the articles on the website. And you see Jimi Hendrix is in there. There was a really cool clip I found of Jimi Hendrix playing a 12-string acoustic guitar, which was just killer. And then, yeah, we have the clothing, so we got people wearing stuff. So it's like some fun stuff in there. And then also what we have is every time we do the live streams, we make some highlight videos, and then we've been posting them on the Instagram TV channel. So we have nice little clips of songs from all the artists who've been on the show. And this is show number 59. 59 shows. I thought we'd be doing this for like a few months, but anyway, 59 shows later. We're still sort of in lockdown, but not as bad as
all of us.
I know, it's crazy. We've had about 150 artists on, so there's quite a bit of music there. So yeah, that was kind of fun to just.
Good work. I mean,
yeah,
good
no,
work,
it's great.
you guys. Really, really nice.
Yeah, just to dive back in. It's not obvious because I never look at Instagram TV, so I just wanted to share that there's some great music out there. Nice way to check it out. And we have a lot of that stuff on the website also. And then also on our Instagram, we have people who tag us, and there's all kinds of fun pictures from shows and from artists and stuff. People wearing the clothes and promoting the shows. Yeah, so that's that. And then finally, because I'm sorry I'm being a bit of a bore, but I just wanted to share some of the stuff. Just the website itself, we have, as always, we're putting up more content. And we had a really fantastic, and not that you guys aren't the best guests ever, but we were very lucky to have Peggy Seeger as a guest. And she really is about the coolest person ever. I was amazed at how composed and how articulate and how thoughtful she was. We had a great interview with her on the site. And she played two shows ago. So there's some nice clips from her playing. We did in the highlights, and also we're making a clip just of one of the songs. She sang this song called "The Progress Train," which is about the most depressing freaking song I ever heard in my whole life. I was like in tears after. I was like, "Oh my God, the end of the world!" Like, and I said to her, and she's so cool, this woman. I said, "Peggy, is it really?" Oh, hang on a second. I just wanted to catch that. Stop this for a second. Stop. I said to Peggy, this Progress Train song is about the most depressing song ever, and basically she uses the train as a metaphor for progress, and how we invest so much into this fantasy that we call progress, but really it's a train that doesn't know where it's going, and it's taking people, and it's going at all kinds of crazy speeds, and why are we on it? And it makes a mess everywhere it goes, and you have to cut down the forest to have tracks for it, and then I asked her. I asked her. I said, Peggy, so just help me on one thing. So, folk music has been around for whatever. Let's just even go back to Dylan. So, since Dylan and kind of the activism days of folk music, is there still a need for folk music? Like, shouldn't folk music have already done its job? Like, shouldn't we have already been transformed into better people because we listened to all this fantastic music? And she said, no, people just want to destroy everything. I was like, oh my God. I was like,
Caught on a bad day.
Definitely.
She said the only hope really, and she didn't say this specifically, but if you read her book, which is a fantastic book, so interesting, it's a memoir. She has great moments and things. She said the only real hope is if women take over, which actually I agree with, because we just made such a mess out of everything. It's time to relinquish control and. fascinating woman. I think she was really remarkable and interesting, and still quite connected to what's going on. And she did a gig in Camden 2 weeks ago with her son. They played in Camden. So she's still out doing music. I think she said she was 87. Fantastic. Anyway, that was cool. So I encourage you guys to check that out. The interview is great. And then just finally, I just want to say one last word about the site, which is we have all the listings up. Well, I should say all the listings because Camden listings are changing and being canceled every day. But we made a big effort over the last couple of months to update the listing section. And you can go on the site and you can see all the gigs that are in Camden at all the different clubs. And then you can search by a specific venue. So you can look up the Roundhouse as an example and then see all the gigs that are at the Roundhouse. You can, dig in. And Sisters of Mercy, by the way, are playing 3 nights in September, which is kind of cool. Yeah, so that's...
I believe Lee Scratch Perry is still gigging.
It's amazing. Camden has when it was kind of running full speed, it was about 3,000 gigs a year in Camden, live gigs across all of Camden. And like people who you thought for sure had hung it up are still playing. It was really great. Okay, that was enough for me. I'm tired now.
Okay, bye-bye.
John, what have you been up to? You're always going up to shows and stuff.
Yeah, I've had a couple of socially distanced gigs, but it's been pretty quiet. I had one in Blackpool, one in Huddersfield the other day. Apart from that, it's work, unfortunately. Just a boring day job. Can't wait for the lockdown to actually end and actually getting the front stage.
Yeah, it's
hanging over the railings.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand it because I watched a football match over the weekend, Hungary and France, and there was no social distancing. These guys were all holding each other's arms, like Hungarian people not wearing any t-shirts. It must have been very hot there. And I was like, what world are they? I want to go to that world. Where's the world that those people...
It's so frustrating.
Yeah, it just has to be a government-approved thing that they want you to do. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so that's all I had to share. So I think maybe on with the show. What do you guys think?
Let's go.
Idea.
Sounds like a good idea. So, out in Finland, you guys have been busy. Every time I turn around, we're doing a new release about you. You guys are releasing content.
Yeah. Well, we try to be active. Since we can't do proper gigs, we've been doing like our own live streams every month. And we are trying to put content on YouTube every week. So we have like these weekly Monday jams. And now during the summer, we're doing this summer minimal series. So every Monday we upload a minimal jam that we go outside to play. Like last time we went to, last Monday we went to the woods next to the studio. That was.
You played in the forest for all the little Finnish gremlins and little elves and stuff.
Yeah, they enjoyed it. No, really nice gremlins.
I like that remix you guys did of Leia Hennessy's track. That was fun.
Thank you. It was really enjoyable to work on that track, and we love Hennessy. She's great. She's
really cool.
The band is great. Yeah,
she's really cool. I saw she played that song in the middle of Central Park someplace, and she had it on YouTube. That was also pretty fun.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was amazing. The energy.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting song. John, have you heard this song? It's called 8 Men.
Unfortunately, I haven't, no.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
You guys are completely new to me.
Yeah, she's really interesting. She's got this kind of, I don't know, new age punk kind of thing going on. I don't know how else you really describe her, but she's got like this really, she's angry. She's an angry person. She's got, with good reason. There's a lot of stuff to be angry about. And she found this song about these 8 guys, Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and whatever, 5 other guys. And they, have this, this incredible wealth, and she just won't have it. She wrote a song about it. It's good.
Redistribute everything of it.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable. I mean, of course, at least 8 guys and their lawyers would disagree, but why not?
Yeah. Yeah, she's thinking about like we could all have houses, no one would die of hunger, and that she could have a dog. And I love that.
Yeah, she'd be another great
Only
person to
was
have
that
come play in
simple.
Camden.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, let's hear some music. Enough of me babbling away here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what do you guys have for us tonight?
Well, we first we're gonna do a couple of songs from the album. Actually, the first song is not from the album.
Yeah.
The song called Imaginary didn't make the album in the end, but we released it as a single 1 year ago, like 2020, the May of 2020.
Yeah.
We released this song, and it's kind of like the theme song of ours called Imaginary.
Okay, nice. I want to tell you guys also that I went to a yoga thing, a yoga morning to watch the sunrise. Of course, in London we didn't see it because it was raining. For the longest day of the year, it was June 21st is International Yoga Day, so it was a big day to go out and do yoga. And my
right.
yoga teacher said, "Did I have any suggestions for the playlist?" And I gave her a few of your songs, and she played 2 of them.
Oh, thank you. Great.
Yeah, so you got From the Top of the
Excellent.
Shard in London. That was, maybe you heard it.
Oh.
We can come to London and play these songs live on a yoga.
I know, that would be
cool.
so great.
Could also do some yoga
Yeah, we could do the yoga and play the synthesizers
at the same.
at the same time.
Sure.
Maybe
Nice,
play the
nice.
piano and do yoga at the same
Why
time.
not?
Yeah. We're gonna do
I
it.
think you
you know?
started something new here.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, here we go. So, Imaginary.
And this one is called Imaginary.
All right, cool. Let's
Thank
get
you.
Chris back. Sorry, I lost you there, Chris.
I was clapping, don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. I read that. So the second one was the off the last video, the heartbeat of the machines, right?
No, it was binaries.
That
Oh,
was
binaries. I'm sorry, binaries. Yeah, right. Binaries, right?
Yeah. It's from the album that we released
Yeah.
this March. Yeah. It
So
became
that's
the
the
album.
one where Pika's friend dies and he gets sad, right? Is Pika's a she or he or she? I forget now.
She. She's
He.
a she. Well, kind of
Pika's a
like
she.
a androgynous character.
Right. Right.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
call her she.
Yeah, we call her
Okay.
she.
But
Yeah, what you guys can't appreciate because maybe you haven't seen them. They make these great animated videos that go along with it, where Pika is a little robot character and has little dramas and little dreams and little experiences. They're great. They're really sweet.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you should check them out. At
Yeah,
our
no, they're
YouTube
great.
channel.
Yeah, check them out
Yeah.
definitely on the YouTube channel. They add a little special
Yeah.
dimension to the sounds.
Yeah, and all
Yeah,
the
I'll
videos
do
can
that
also be
later.
viewed at pihkaismyname.com. So yeah, everything can be found there.
And you guys make the videos yourselves, which is also really impressive. I'm sure what's more impressive, making the sound or making the videos, are a lot of work. And and when you told me you made them yourself, I actually didn't believe you because they're very elaborate and complicated. It must take you a lot of time.
Yeah, we made 6 videos already, 5 or 6, and two of the first videos are not made by ourselves, but all the rest are. Like the newer videos are made by ourselves. So yeah,
Super cool. Super cool.
Impressive.
Hmm.
we love it.
So just back on the topic of remixes, have you guys ever remixed anyone live, or is it always just like would that be possible? Is that even a thing you could do?
With the right tools, it would be possible.
I've never thought about it actually.
Yeah, me neither. But I guess you could do it, like with the Octatrack machine that I'm using to it's like the central hub of the system that we're using here. Like with this, you can like chop up audio live pretty well, like
Well,
we do
actually,
on
we are kind of
remixing ourselves.
Yeah,
our.
yeah.
Yes, we
right.
are. Yeah,
So-
because I'm like recording like her vocals and her like synthesizer playing and piano playing a lot when we perform live,
And,
and
your
the-
own vocals.
and
as
my
well.
own vocals
Yeah.
as well, and then
Yeah.
then I sort of like remix them. It's like a lot of it is done by like chance, like when the audio chops hit. It's a lot of that is like randomized,
Right.
but we set the rules by which the chops are randomized. Does it make sense?
Yeah, I mean it's like kind of a really fancy pedal. It's like a really fancy loop pedal.
We got-
Yeah,
got a lot
that's
of
just
pedals
gonna
here as well.
yeah.
I mean, Henna,
Little
Hello,
tiny
hello.
knobs
a
on it.
complicated, a very complicated loop pedal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say
Henna has
my
like
head's
8
just
pedals.
hurt looking at the setup.
I was thinking, how cool would it be, like, if we had Midori Jaeger, I keep wanting to call her Midori Jaeger, and you guys were around her mixing all that stuff live. It would be like a whole nother trippy thing.
Oh, that would be so
I mean, we can do that.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would be cool. You see what I'm saying?
And we love the cello. I mean, the recorded version of Binaries, the song that we did last, has live cello in it, and
Right.
we have been chopping up that cello on the record. Her brother plays the cello, by the way.
Yeah.
A really good cellist.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
Would be
to-
cool. We're gonna do that. We're gonna come to St.
Come.
Pancras Church and
Right. And we'll bring all the Camden musicians in, and you guys can remix them into some crazy cool thing, and we'll get
Yeah.
the projection mapping video going around it.
Yeah, that's gonna
Let's
be
do it.
amazing.
Yeah.
as soon as we can travel out of Finland.
Whenever that might be. So hopefully not too far off. Because how is Santa Claus going to make his trip across America? How is Santa Claus going to deliver presents if he can't leave Finland?
Can't cancel Christmas on basis of COVID. I mean, like,
Yeah, I guess
is Santa
mythical characters don't get travel restrictions.
Yeah.
Right.
Pihka can travel all around.
Right.
Like that'll be
Exactly.
fun at the airport. Like we are like representing Pihka. Like she's an imaginary character. Like we can travel. That's good.
That's going to work really well, that, isn't it?
Let's do that. We'll come next week. Next week at St. Pancras.
Sure.
Okay. All right. We'll organize it. No problem. We'll figure it out.
Cool.
Some point.
Okay. What else? What else can we talk about? So have you guys been? I mean, you're so busy. I didn't want to ask you what else. What are you working on in the future? Anything to discuss? What's coming down the line?
Well, we've got some new songs coming up, obviously. Well, the single that we released last week called Heartbeat of Machines is kind of like the end of this album cycle that we've been doing. Like we started working on our debut album in 2017, so like 4 years ago, and we released the album this spring. But all the time we were talking about like one post-album single that we're gonna do, and Heartbeat of Machines is that. So it sort of like closes the circle on the album, and now we are really excited about working on
what's next,
something completely different.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it like when you finish a good book and you're like, what do I do tomorrow? Like the book was so good, you were looking forward to reading it all the time, and now you closed it, and then
I know the feel. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, basically all of this stuff was like written. Like most of this debut album stuff was written like 2 years ago or something like that. So basically, like we've moved on ourselves already from music.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. It's been a lot of fun to play this stuff live now.
Yeah, because it's totally different. They are like new songs.
Yeah, they are like new songs. Exactly.
Take them to live performance.
Yeah, we can't even like replicate anything ever. We always play it like in a different way.
Yeah. So when you guys play live, how much equipment do you bring with you? Is it all like in one little? Does it all fit in your iPhone, or do you have to like bring a truck or something?
Yeah.
Oh well, we've been talking about like 2 suitcases and
very big suitcases.
Yeah.
We're not bringing the piano.
Right.
Hopefully you'll have a piano.
There'll be the pianos. Yeah, we can find pianos for it.
Yes.
Yeah, but we have like, how many synths do I like? I have like two synthesizers, a drum machine, and then this like sequencer hub, and you have two synthesizers, like a keyboard and a synth.
Yeah.
So it's not all that much.
Yeah.
It'll fit.
And about a mile of cable.
A lot of cable. A lot of cable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you guys seen these new haptic keyboards? Have you seen any of these new haptic keyboards?
Yeah. Well, not really seen it, but I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on those. But yeah,
they're super trippy. John, are you familiar with this? The haptic keyboard?
No, I'm not. No.
So they come in different sizes, but the one I saw, it's quite big, and it doesn't have any buttons on it. It just has like a kind of rubbery surface, and how much pressure you put on it, and you can make different gestures on it, and it makes sound like like all of that stuff they have behind them. It's all kind of fused into this one keyboard, and all the controllers, and it has to do with pressure and movement and direct. It's crazy. It's like
yeah. You sort of like need like a more complicated synth than what we have when we perform live to perform with that.
Yeah.
I think you would have to bring like a computer and use like a VST synth, like a digital synth, because we don't have any computers when we perform live, so we have to keep it a bit simpler than that. But for sure, it's a really interesting concept, and I want to try it on our productions, like a haptic keyboard productions that we do for ourselves or other artists.
Yeah, it's a whole new area of like how people are going to be making music with these, highly sophisticated.
Yeah, more expressive. Really expressive.
Yeah.
Really impressive. We gotta try it.
And the gloves are also really cool. Have you seen the gloves? Like they use them in some pop concerts. They use the gloves as controllers, and they can, instead of having pedals and stuff, they have these gloves, and you can.
It's sort of like a theremin type of an experience.
I'm gonna say, is it like a theremin? Yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool. Also.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff out there. All good things for you guys to play with. Okay. Back to speaking of playing music.
Yeah.
What's next for us?
We are going to be playing the new single
Oh,
Yes.
for you, Nick. Yeah, it's called Heartbeat of Machines.
Heartbeat of Machines. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Oh, thank you.
That's cool. I could give you the fake. There you go. There we go.
Thank you, Lindy. Please, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. We know it's not real, but it still sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
I feel like I took
Yeah.
a trip. I feel like I've been somewhere listening to all that music. I travel through time and space. Like,
Well, you can
Really
just
cool.
imagine how it feels like playing this music. It's so trippy. It's really like when we were doing these like YouTube live streams, and I like try to answer comments in the chat in between songs and everything. It's like
yeah,
really
it's
difficult
like
to
your head is somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah.
completely. So I'm like tripping out completely because usually when we perform live, it's like it can be like 2 hours and just 7 songs because we just like
Just keep going. Just keeps rolling.
rolling the song, and you really get into this like state of like it's not about like reasoning anything. It's like
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
When was the last time you guys had a performance?
we actually never performed in front of a live audience.
Oh, wow.
Only on
Whoa.
only on YouTube. Well, with our previous band we did like many times. Like we used to be in this band with 3 other people, and it was more like a rock band with like guitars and drums and stuff
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah. With that band we performed a lot here in Finland, but then we just wanted to do this thing by just the 2 of us, at least for now.
Yeah, amazing. Really cool. I really enjoyed that.
We're going to have our first live performance.
Yeah, like an
Oh,
actual live performance in
August.
August here in
Yeah.
Helsinki.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully it'll take place. Hopefully the restrictions will not be
Yeah,
worsened
let that go.
by August. Yeah, and we really want to come there to play also, and we're going to.
Eventually, yeah. I think, yeah, we'll definitely get you in the church. That'd be really crazy. Crazy
Yeah,
space.
with like because we have like these visuals that she's made, and we sync to the music. And
Oh, nice.
sync
I found these.
to
I
the
found
music.
these cool bracelets. They're these LED bracelets, and you can
Yeah.
send signals to them and change colors. And you give everyone a bracelet, and you can kind of like make their hands glow and stuff. That would be really cool.
Yeah, Coldplay had those. We saw Coldplay in
Brussels.
Brussels a couple of years ago, and that is a really amazing feeling when
Yeah.
50,000 people have these bracelets, and they.
And maybe you
send
could
to
just
different
just send it to everyone's phone. If everyone just puts their phone over their head and they're all watching the same thing, we'll
Right?
figure something out.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for that.
Yeah, thank you.
We're all dreaming of watching you guys on a big stage someplace with a lot of lights and explosions and stuff. That'd be cool.
It's gonna happen.
Not seen you
Nice.
before, so I really enjoyed that. Good.
I'm glad to hear that.
Okay, and now for something completely different. Chris,
No.
different.
How do you follow
Definitely
that?
complete. Well, I'm
That's
less old-fashioned.
That's why we that's kind of the soul of the Camden project is to reach out to all the different kinds of music that comes through Camden. So we
Yeah,
like,
I'm getting that vibe.
yeah. we like all kinds of stuff, from
Yeah. Very eclectic.
yeah, from the kind of music you'd expect Camden to have to the kind of music you wouldn't expect Camden to have. So that's our territory.
That's it. I do actually have an alternative rock band that I play in as well called CPSD, and we've got a synth player that plays synth in that band, but he does nothing like any of the stuff you guys have just been doing. I'm going to tell him to watch that as a masterclass.
Definitely.
I'm sure Daz will love that.
I'm pretty sure he'll kill me for saying that you can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do it. I just need 45 more pieces of equipment.
No, because he's the worst for buying gear as well. So he's like, yeah, we have all this gear, but he's he's a nightmare for it.
Doesn't have to plug it in.
You got to put the time in.
Yeah.
But I put all my time into writing songs and sitting with a guitar, and I've dabbled a little bit with some electronic stuff, but I always end up, I think I'm just an analog person. Like, well, I know a lot of the stuff you guys are doing is analog anyway, isn't it? But I'm just real old school. Even this live streaming thing, I've had to get my my mate to kind of hook me up on this, because like this is the first one of these live streams I've done as well. So
I have to say he's done a very good job. So you definitely picked the right.
Oh yeah,
right friend.
I will give a shout out to them. I'll give a shout out to the Mill TV based out of Bradford as well, because that's who's helped me out tonight, Jim. And,
they've done a fantastic job.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well let's get let's get you playing, Chris. You ready to play something?
Yeah, I'll play you a song. So I wrote this in lockdown, literally right at the start of lockdown last year. So I only really started doing the acoustic thing again around then, because I've been doing the electric band for a couple of years. I wrote this about, I saw a video of David Icke and thought there isn't a 12-bar blues about David Icke, so I'd write one. So this is called Conspiracy Blues. Lizards in the palace, hear what Jesus said. And double talking mothers, they're gonna see you dead. And we don't need no doctor to get inside your head. They sent me home on Wednesday, my face was long. Studied all the news and they said it's wrong. Said that I don't want it, so what will I do? I set my mind to walking, that's what I will choose. His white hair glows in the cold damn streets, and through his window he's talking to me. I was lost, but now I'm found, and I'm gonna shout it all over town about the plague, when every talking head leads a walk of shame. And I ain't gonna listen outside these four walls. And I just strut around, oh how I'm talking tall. His white hair glows in the cold damn streets, thinking to me. I was lost, but now I'm found, and I'm gonna shout it all over town. Ooh. I don't need no doctor pointing finger. Best not be judging no selfish me. Here it comes my savior, now no go down. Or take my hand tonight and we'll watch this world burn down. We don't need to worry about this cop, my vision's blurry. I'm safe at home again. There's lizards in the palace, hear what Jesus said. This double talking mother, he gonna see you dead. Don't need no doctor to get inside your head. And he don't need no doctor to get inside your head.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't know how many you want. Do you want me to do like another one? What do you want me to do?
It's up to you, man. If you feel like you want to just roll into another one, go for it.
Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, I'll give this one a go. So this one's kind of written about kind of missing playing, which I'm sure all of us can, identify with. So this is called "I'm Tired." left wide fields a million times in half as many days. When I lift my head, well, it's hard to run the maze. You know, I start to drink pretty early, and I go to bed real late. And the only time I'm happy, Lord, is when I'm on the stage. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm tired. Said I don't know how I get home, but I'm tired. White lights race as I'm heading home. So does my heart, I'm high. And I just know no matter where I go, I won't be satisfied. You know, I start to drink pretty early, and I go to bed real late. And the only time I'm happy, Lord, is when I'm on the stage. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm tired. Said I don't know how I get home, but I'm tired. I'm cold, I'm drunk, I'm weak, I think I'm lost at sea. And I think it might be time to go. Oh, how it's beat on me. You know, I start to drink pretty early, and I go to bed real late. And the only time I'll rest my mind is when I'm in the grave. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm tired. Said I don't know how I get home, but I'm tired. Said I don't know how I get home, but I'm tired.
All right.
Thank you.
I feel like I heard that song before. So you wrote that song recently, but I feel like I know that song for like my whole life or something.
Yeah, it's like it's my best attempt at writing something like a Tom Waits song, basically. So I'm sure I've stolen something somewhere along the way. But that's the cool thing about the Americana and the kind of country stuff is it all kind of just feeds into new stuff. So you're never going to hear anything at 100% original in this style.
Oh, no, it's a great track. I love the lyrics are fantastic. Really great.
Thank you. Cool. So do you want me to do another?
Yeah, well, do a bunch more. Just tell us a little bit more about your music. So how did you get into it? How did you get started? All this stuff.
Oh, well, I am considerably older than the two young Finnish people, and I've been doing this now since I was 15, and I'm 30. I'm going to say 37 because I don't count last year.
Right. Right. No one does.
I'm still 37 at this point. But yeah, I played in bands for years, and then I did play professionally I played session guitar for about 3 years for Maxi Jazz from Faithless, and then coming off of that, I had an Americana band called Hoodoo Operators, so I'm actually going to play one of their songs next. But had, last couple of years kind of had a bad time mentally, and kind of, I was doing my rock band, but kind of faded out of doing the acoustic thing just because, I kind of was at a really low point. And then weirdly, when everybody got sent home last year, it let me kind of reconnect with this music that I was effectively brought up on. And I started to write a bunch of songs, and I put out a couple of EPs at the end of last year that I just recorded and sent back and forth to friends just to sing and play on. And they got really good responses, and people really liked them. There you go. There's the handmade ones that I saw. But yeah, everything about it is all really kind of handmade and homemade, and it's just kind of returning to play this style of music that I love. So yeah, I mean, the EPs are available on Bandcamp. They pay as you feel. I just appreciate people listening to the songs, and if they can get on board with some of the stories and kind of identify with some of that stuff, then hopefully it can help somebody else get out of the kind of binds that I was in at the time. So and that's a little bit about me.
Okay, good.
So I'll play a song. So like I said, this was a song I released with my band, The Hoodoo Operators, about 3 or 4 years back. But I wrote this about my next door neighbour, who his wife passed away not long after we moved into the house, and he was fit and well when we first moved in. He was an older guy, but he just, after she passed away, it was almost like his reason for living kind of went with her, and he just faded away, and within a year he passed as well. So I wrote this song for John, and it's basically it's just about him going on to a better place, really. So this is called The Glow. It is when I tune it in. Less I see, the more I know. I'm gonna sit right here and feel the cold. Since you left, time started to slow. Well, hold on, girl, I'm coming home. I'm coming home, coming home. Your face I miss so much. I'll soon be there to touch the glow, the glow. But no one's there when I go, but the beat inside is leaving so Can't wait to see my lover one more time. Life's been a trip now, peace is what I find. Coming home, your face I miss so much. I'll soon be there to touch the glow, the glow. I'm coming home, coming home. Your face I miss so much. I'll soon be there to touch the glow, the glow. Your face I miss so much. I'll soon be there to touch the glow, the glow. Thank you.
All right.
Yes, thank you.
Excellent.
So,
I mean, but it's not unusual for people who have long-term relationships. When one goes, the other one sort of just says, "Okay."
yeah, well, that's
I
the
lost
there's
that connection.
the when June Carter Cash, when she passed. I know it was very shortly after when Johnny Cash went, wasn't it? It's one of those things. It's, I think, when you're so entwined with somebody,
Yeah.
and it was the, because of the way that he declined over the year. It was just, I suppose it was kind of trying to write something from a positive sense of, for him.
I think it's
it was
nice, yeah, because you put a nice spin on it. I guess for those of us who are still here, it seems sad, but
yeah, exactly, and that's it. It's
Yeah.
like the people that struggle with death tend to be the people that are left behind, right?
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's usually the tricky part.
Yeah, on that, no, I'm not going to play the other song I was going to play. I'll change that one. But yeah, there's a song on one of the EPs that I did last year that it took me about 3 years. So when my dad passed away, I started writing the song about 3 years ago, and I finished it during the period, like I say, when I was writing this stuff last year, and that was a really hard song to kind of write, and it just took, because I wanted it to be good and I wanted it to do
Right, a lot of pressure, right, to make it.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure, and it's like you want to kind of say the right things, but in the right way. And I was really pleased with how that song came out. That's on one of the EPs. I'm not going to play it for you now because I think one song about death is good enough for tonight.
Yeah, I mean the metal band.
Instead,
I would argue with you.
Yeah. That's true.
We'll have you back on the show. You can play another song.
Yeah, I'll play that next. But I'll play an operator's track because I always like playing this one because it's a fun one. So I wrote this to the mother of my children, as it was after one of those nights when you kind of go out and you kind of overdo it a little bit, and then you go home and have to do the parental responsibility things and apologize and all that stuff. So this is called Doesn't Mean I Don't Love You, and I'll play this one. Pick for that. Oh, I lost track of time. Wasn't in my right mind. I might have met the band for a few, or more to see the sunrise through. Well, I know I went out for one, but I got my keys and I'll be back when I've had that one. One might have turned to four, but I promise I'll be sure to lock the door. Well, I'm sorry when I come home, bombing through the door. I woke the baby when I fell, and I crumbled on the floor. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It doesn't mean I don't love you. Four might have quickly been eight, and I know I said I shouldn't be late, and I'm not doing shots tonight, not what the bar girl said at closing time. Well, I'm sorry when I come home, bombing through the door. I woke the baby when I fell, and I crumbled on the floor. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It doesn't mean I don't love you. Now go and put the kettle on, make breakfast and dress the little ones. I know last night that I was out of line, but I promise I'll behave next time. Well, I'm sorry when I come home, bombing through the door. I woke the baby when I fell, and I crumbled on the floor. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It doesn't mean I don't love you. Thank you.
All right. You mentioned Johnny Cash. That felt a little more like a country song than a blues song.
Yeah, I was pretty much brought up on Johnny Cash and Roy Orbison, so yeah, threads in all of that kind of.
Those are really strange people to raise you.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best father figures.
Yeah,
could have been worse.
Yeah, I've always.
Yeah.
Well, true, it could have been worse. Yeah,
could have been worse.
But yeah, I've always kind of had roots in that kind of music, and it's always just kind of stuck with me throughout. So even the kind of the rock stuff that I do with the band is more kind of, I wouldn't say it's blues rock, it's more kind of grungy kind of rock, but and there's always those kind of blues and country undertones though, because I like the storytelling. For me,
it's great. Great.
American roots music is just all about the stories, and that's how you make your song different, is just wording that one thing that little bit different, I think.
Yeah, I find the thing that people relate to.
Sorry,
I'm sorry, go ahead, John.
No, I was just going to say, is the plan to share time between the band and doing your solo work?
Yeah, so I've got a little. The thing is, it's easier to, now things are slightly reopening, it is easier to gig as a solo performer at the moment.
Right.
Because actually a socially distanced audience sat down to a singer-songwriter is a much, you can still make that an enjoyable experience for the person sat there. Whereas obviously somebody that's doing something a little bit more, involved and that needs the audience to kind of be able to be free with it, then that does make it difficult. So yeah, I mean, the plan is to kind of do a bit of both, but at the moment there is probably more of the solo stuff happening just because of the ease of being able to do it. I think we've got some band gigs booked in like late August, but I know that one that we had for October is already, the venue is evidently having to close because of the extra restrictions and stuff. They just can't survive any longer, and it's and I have a funny feeling that that's not just going to be the only venue that's like that. If they continue to keep the restrictions like they are, then venues are just going to start to drop, because it's now over a year that they've been having to operate or pay the operating costs without being able to bring any money in.
And I think the summer is going to be slow. It doesn't feel like the summer is going to be, even without restrictions. I think people are just a bit battered. They just want to go off into the countryside or the beach or something.
Yeah, and I think, it's more and more now you're seeing shows starting to get moved again. It's just, at this point in this country, I don't trust a word that comes out of the government's mouth. It's like, you never know. You can't prepare for anything, so you have to prepare for the worst at the moment, because they give zero, pardon my language, but they give zero shits about this industry. And that's just becoming more and more apparent as time goes on.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone. Honestly, I'm from the U.S., so I have a very detached view of politics here. But why anyone thought the Tories would care about the rock music scene is just kind of laughable.
Well, it's not about caring for the rock music scene. It's about caring for a business that brings billions and billions of pounds into the country every year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's it. Doesn't matter what the style of music is. It's how can you.
But they did fund some music, and they funded, like whatever the kind of music you'd expect them to fund, like whatever.
Yeah, exactly. The kind of things you'd expect them to fund. That's the same reason you see, a full house at Ascot last week. And then,
right. Exactly. Exactly.
Football's allowed because it gets just the right kind of voters on side with them. And
but apparently, I'm just on the Ascot thing, not to give them too unfair a treatment here. In order to go to Ascot, you had to have a PCR. You had to have 2 PCR tests and quarantine or something.
So why can't you do that? Why can't you do that to go to a festival or a gig?
Yeah. I agree.
If that system works,
it should be the same. It should be the same thing.
Why can't you do it?
Yeah,
it should.
And people would do it to go.
Yeah, exactly. You can have 21,000 plus in Wembley for a football game, but you can't run a music festival where it's crazy.
There's no logic.
It really is.
it's crazy.
No, there is no logic. But anyway, swiftly moving away from that.
Back to the blues.
Back to the blues.
Or was that? It was a blues song. It just wasn't written very well.
Yeah, I'm still working on that one.
The Tories melted down my harmonica. That would be the.
Yeah, no, I will play that one. So I'm going to. So one of the first track I made made a little video for this one and put it out on YouTube, and you can find it on my solo channel. This features singing on it as well with me on the recording and on the video, and she's amazing. So I would say check the video out because it sounds much better with her. But this is a song called "Late Night Insecure Blues," so I'll play that. My love, it's hard to be what I need, and I get lost and push you away from me. Oh my love, I feel this constant grief, missing a time you were on my side. Oh, how I did believe. Now I know my problems and I don't mean to blame you. Still I get lost in those late night insecure blues. Lord above, I look but there's no one. So I sit down and I look around, but there's nobody here to. Oh, this love and how it fucked with my mind. But I wouldn't change this song I did to Father Time. Now I know my problems and I don't mean to blame you. So I get lost in those late night insecure blues. As I ride, as close as I feel to the end, spit explanations about as close as I feel to the end. Spit explanations about this soapbox in my head. I'm sure I will make do to break with tradition and discard my baggage for you. No, I know my problems and I don't mean to blame you. Till I get lost in those late night insecure blues. No, I know my problems and I don't mean to blame you. Till I get lost in those late night insecure blues. Till I get lost in those late night insecure blues. Thank you.
Right. Yeah, good stuff, Chris. Good stuff.
Yeah, thank you. That's yeah, that one was kind of like I say, when I was going through what was quite a rough period, that was another one of those songs that was kind of there in the background, and I'd been writing for a long time, and it was just about dealing with my own insecurities and things like that. And yeah, it all clicked into place. Like I say, when I did the EPs, and I can now actually enjoy playing these songs. So that's you know, it's cool. It's nice, and it's nice to be able to, you know, come on things like this and meet new people and play this stuff for you guys and see what you think as well. So
yeah, no, it's good stuff.
So thanks for inviting me, John.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. This is and thanks to John for connecting everybody tonight. How did you guys actually meet? What was this? Is there a story behind that?
So if I remember right, go on. Where do you think
I was going to say it was a Hoodoo Operators gig.
Yeah.
I think you were supporting Chantal McGregor.
When I had the fuzz pedal on the board with the acoustic, and and you told me to press it. Yeah. So yeah, with the Americana band, I wasn't allowed to use the fuzz pedal, but that one night, John was stood in front of me, encouraging me. But yeah, that and you've seen both Hoodoo Operators and CPSD quite a bunch of times now as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
You're at every gig I go to now.
Yeah, almost. I've not seen you do solo though, so that's the next.
Have you not seen me do solo yet?
No, I missed the
September. Yeah, I've got
right.
some shows in September. I've got some shows coming up. So, well, hopefully.
I'll try and squeeze one in.
Hopefully.
They keep moving on the other gigs into September now.
The only concern I've got is 3 of the shows are with the American singer-songwriter Willie T. Taylor, and it'll be whether he can travel, basically, as to whether those shows go ahead. So
yeah, so Americans can travel now, so this shouldn't get worse.
Yeah,
but I think there are certain there are certain gigs that, because I also work with a venue with booking some stuff as well, and it's like there are certain gigs that we had booked where bands are pulling of their own. I think they've heard what's going on over here and they don't want anything to do with it.
We have the best everything. We have the best variants. We got the best shots. The best. It's all the best here.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. Fingers crossed. Let's be positive.
Yeah.
Coming from the blues thing.
The blues, right? Be positive. Consider the blues. Nice. Okay. Well, Chris, can we coax one more song out of you, or you've had enough for tonight?
Let's have a look. Yeah, I might. Let's say finish. this cold room my guitar does not like. I've been trying to think if there's anything kind of upbeat I could do to lift his spirits.
What about a cover?
And that's what I was just thinking. What do I know? I don't know. No, that's definitely not an upbeat cover. I hadn't planned any more songs. That's why my brain's just.
Don't. It's okay. It's not mission critical.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm probably not going to embarrass myself.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Perfect.
But thank you for the offer.
Okay, we'll have to have you back, and maybe we'll get you down to Camden at some point, and
yeah,
we have a bunch
cool.
of dates set up in September to December. Hopefully,
Yeah.
we'll do something. We have that, as I mentioned, we have the show on the 4th of July, which was we were hoping it was going to be a full audience, and now it's going to be half an audience, less than half. So maybe that's going to carry on longer. Who knows? But at least they let us out.
Yeah, well, if you need some miserable northerner to come down and sing to you guys, then by all means give me a shout.
Excellent. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much. That was an awesome show. Different kinds of music, and that's kind of what we're about is reaching out across every genre we can get. So I think I enjoyed it, and I know I didn't have to go anywhere, and I got to listen to two great gigs. So thank you guys very much. And none of us had to go anywhere, actually. So that's one good thing. Well, I guess, Chris, you had to go down the street to the studio. So
yeah, I was going to say I'm in a venue.
Right. Looks nice. And thank those guys there again. They did an awesome job on the production. Definitely,
yeah, cheers, Jim.
Definitely awesome job.
Buy him a drink.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, well, that's all I got. Any last words, John? Any last thoughts?
No, it's been really good fun though. I enjoyed this. Shame we couldn't get Loz, but next
we'll get
time.
Loz. Yeah, sorry, she had some technical problems, so we'll get her back on the next go round.
But
We'll
thanks for the
probably.
invite.
I think people are getting a little tired of live streams because they can go out at night now, at least in the sunshine. So
Yes.
I think we're going to do like 2 more, and then we'll take a break until September. So everyone can just watch the replays.
Hopefully we can get back.
Plenty of them.
Yeah, we got a lot of there's a lot of
59
good stuff
to
to
go
watch.
at.
Yeah, we got show 60, so that maybe we'll just stop after 60 and pick it back up again in September.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you guys again so much. Really enjoyed it, and see you guys in Camden one day. It'd be awesome.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
See you in Camden.
Okay. Have a good night. Thanks again, John.
Pleasure. Cheers.
See you
John.
later.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Yeah, you're good.